You're rocking with the greatest.
Let's go! Let's go!
It's the Still Local Podcast.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Turn Me Up June.
Summer nights, y'all already know what it is.
Yes, sir. Carolina Backyard, Still Local. What's going on?
What's good, June? What's good with you?
Yes, sir, man.
How was everybody out there, man? How did everybody enjoy their weekend? Today is what, Tuesday, June 27th. I made it out of my birthday weekend. I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Man, well, you know, because this is my birthday month.
Right.
So, June, I'm trying to celebrate the whole
your birthday
doggone
is
month.
Sunday, right?
No, my birthday was June 2nd.
June 2nd. Oh, not July.
Turn me up,
June 2nd.
June
June 2nd. Yeah, this is our birthday month for sure.
Yeah. So, yeah, well, you not a Gemini, though. You a Cancer.
Yeah, I'm a Cancer.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
How you a doggone in June, man, but you a Cancer.
Yeah,
and Geminis run the whole fucking June.
Nah, man.
It's just like that. There's nothing else to talk about with that.
Cancers are grandmas of June. We like the nannies of June. We the nanny of the zodiac.
Man, y'all, oh man, classic people, man.
Right. We damn sure is. I'm not gonna lie.
Man, what's happening though, man? Oh man, we got a lot to talk about today, ain't it?
A lot is going on.
Oh man,
a lot is going on.
Bring us in on something. What's going on?
Before we get into that,
my bad.
Did you get a chance to actually listen to Thugger and Gunna? I kind of want to hear how you feel about Gunna album. If you heard it,
I haven't listened to it.
Okay, so you need to take some time.
I did.
Anybody else? If y'all heard Gunna's album, how did you like them?
I liked the first 3 songs that I played. I mean,
okay, were they like?
But
dope?
I didn't really like. I didn't listen to it lyrically.
Okay, all right.
So yeah,
you was just vibing.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody that listened to Gunna and Thugger album, man, y'all drop down in the comment section. Let us know what y'all think about the albums, man. It's okay to compare the albums. From what I was hearing, from what I'm hearing through sources, that Gunna actually made this album after he came out of jail. Oh. And Thugger already had the songs done up, not for an album. He just took the songs he already had and created an album off of it. Okay. To be in spite of Gunna, so he could drop on the same day. So allegedly he dropped his album on the same day as Gunna. You know, they're gonna have their feuds. It is what it is. Yeah, it's not really nothing. That's just something that, you know, they do. The whole, like I said, we have the situation with what's his name? It's they two, this Jim Jones and Pusha T. Feel like K Slay is back in the smoke. The Drama King. Listen, the Drama King is in the building. What you feel about that though? Okay, number one. Okay, so let's rewind, because this is the real hip hop. I don't know all the. Go ahead. So let's bring it back. Jim Jones did an interview. Yeah. On the Breakfast Club. Yep. And they asked Jim Jones about his top 50 hip hop artists. Yeah. They brought up Pusha T. And he was like, do you know any... Jim Jones took that time to step on Pusha T, I feel like. So, I'm going to ask you then. Do you know any Pusha T songs? I do. Okay. I do. Not only that, we were playing Pusha T in clips before Jim Jones. I remember Eclipse. Before Jim, so that's Pusha T. No. I was pushing Jim Jones before him. Before Eclipse came, doggone Jim Jones and doggone Dipset was already here, man. Diplomats was here. No. Jim Jones is part of Diplomats. Cameron, doggone Joel Santana. Come on. Okay. Well, at that time, okay. We are the champions. Right. Come on, man. Hey, listen. But I think, and that's another thing. I think Clips came like 2002, 2003. Yeah, they was like, can't stop, like, won't stop, Rockefeller Records. Yeah, because remember we was all doing the grinding on the lunch table. 2004. Grinding, in line. Right. That was 2004, 2000, maybe 2002. Dipset. Even 2000. I give it 2000. Right. And Dipset kind of hit hard like 04.
Nah, they was before that.
Cam was before that.
No, Dipset was before that.
Was before 04?
Yes.
Okay, let's do.
You got to Google
people,
that. Let's
do a
Dipset established.
Check. Okay, Dipset. It should say it right here. Okay.
Come on. No.
Okay, Diplomatics and an American hip hop collective formed by Cameron and Jim Jones in 97. It was formed. The group was originally composed of Cameron, Jim Jones, Freaky Zeke, all of whom grew up in Harlem. In 1999, fellow hip hop based rapper Joel Santana joined the group.
Yup.
Okay.
So the members.
Diplomatic Immunity. The album dropped 2003.
2003.
That's when the album dropped. Now, let's be clear.
Okay.
Let's be clear about this album when it dropped. When the album dropped, was Jim Jones a staple at the time?
Jim Jones, people was hating.
Or was he
He was in the group.
Okay.
He was the Silk the Shocker of No Limit.
Okay. So Jim Jones, they dropped the next album, which was Diplomatic Immunity, The Jump Off, which was in 2004.
Okay.
They had the song I Really Mean It.
I really mean it.
Yep. And then they dropped I'm Ready.
I'm ready.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
That was 2002. So we could basically.
So real quick, let's go back to the Eclipse.
Okay. Clips. Hip hop.
No, I think it was Eclipse.
Was it Clips? Yeah, Clips. Okay. Clips, also known as The Clips, is an American hip hop duo active from 1994 to 2010. It consists of brothers No Malice and Pusha T. So they actually came out in 94. So let's see about their music. Okay. They dropped their album, which had Grinding on it, in 2002.
Okay.
So technically, they was out probably a year. Yeah, probably a year or so before.
Around the same kind of.
Around the same time, pretty much.
So who got more leverage, basically?
I feel like at that time, Clips got a little bit more leverage because Jim Jones wasn't really noticed until he actually dropped his solo project, to me. But I feel like at this point, Jim Jones is more relevant.
Man, Jim Jones was my nigga.
You know what I'm saying? And Jim Jones is more relevant. I think they had a longer run.
Yeah.
I think they got more accolades.
Yeah, and his team was more established.
Right. More hit songs.
Yeah.
Right.
And then of course you had Jewels that they locked in on it.
Jim Jones definitely got more hits than Pusha T.
Yeah, most definitely.
Sure. That's for sure. And now, when it comes to hip hop, so let's get back on track. Jim Jones did the interview with the Breakfast Club, and he basically took that time to downplay Pusha T. I feel like he put Drake over Pusha T. And I think he was mentioning Drake on purpose because we all know that Pusha T and Drake had a situation.
Okay, hold that thought real quick. Hold on, y'all, real quick.
I'll be right back. Okay, so he took that time to downplay Pusha T.
Yeah. If you say.
And he used Drake.
Because I don't think he was down low. Because he did say shout outs to them. He was just like, they're just not in my top 50.
He said shout out to them. But wait, let's back up.
I'm listening to you.
Because these Jim Jones fans, they don't hear everything.
It's not about the Jim Jones fan thing. It's just about what he
said out of his mouth.
Yeah.
Was what he do. Rap about a bunch of drugs that he ain't sell.
Okay, now that was a low blow. Yeah.
He also said, I don't see nobody running around here trying to act like or be like or rap like Pusha T. Nobody trying to dress like Pusha T. Nobody trying to be like Pusha T. He started laughing to be sarcastic.
Yeah.
And they start letting him know, like, hey, Jim, man, Pusha T is lyrically, you wouldn't put him in your top 50.
Yeah.
And he was just like, nah. So they start asking him, who would you put in your top 50? And he was just real adamant about he won't put Pusha T in there. And then he jumped straight to Drake. Good Drake, man. Drake been holding it down. So a lot of people basically took that to say that Jim Jones was kind of silently looking for a Drake feature.
See, I heard that.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, let the people think that. I don't think anything. I think
what do you think about? Hip. As far as the hip hop side,
I put it like this. I love the fact that it's a conversation, and I feel like he got on the Breakfast Club, just being himself, and just started rambling, kind of like how we do, and we just start talking, and then it kind of like it. You hit a nerve somewhere down the line, not realizing that you hit a nerve, and I think that's kind of what it was. But the fact that it brewed into something, I understand. See, Jim Jones and Pusha T, they understand that it's hip hop, right? They're not gonna go off and be wanting to hurt each other. Right. They already, I can guarantee you, they already established that's not how it's going down.
It's definitely hip hop.
It's really just a hip hop beef that we gonna just resolve off of records and off of this. That's how it's supposed to be.
Pusha T heard the interview, and took that time to release a diss record.
Okay.
So Pusha T dissed Jim Jones in a record. Jim Jones responded right back.
See, I didn't hear his record towards him though. I heard that he had one, but I haven't heard
Pusha T's record.
He never dropped it.
He dropped it, so I'll give you a few seconds of it.
Give me that.
I'll definitely give you a few seconds.
Not the one of Jim Jones now. Right. I mean, I want to hear that one too,
I'll give you the Pusha T. I'll give you the Pusha T.
You might as well just play it.
The Pusha T diss, yeah, definitely. We gonna get it on. We gonna get it on. That's what we gonna do.
All right, we gonna mute ourselves and we gonna listen in.
Yeah. Okay, so that was Pusha T going at Jim Jones. If you know hip hop, you'll definitely be able to figure that one out. He was definitely saying that that Jim Jones is chasing a feature out of his element, which is Drake. And everybody kind of felt like
just
that.
Like
he just rolled Drake a little too hard. He also used reference to Jim Jones' Heaven and Hell record.
Yeah.
He also went in to say that his fame is becoming irrelevant once again. So if anybody knows a time when Jim Jones and Chrissy was on VH1, Jim Jones did an interview about that one time. And this is during a time when he came up on the radio. He was crying about the situation with him and Cam. And Jim Jones said that he basically, he took a downfall.
Yeah.
That's why he wasn't putting no music out, is that he had hit rock bottom at one point.
Yeah.
And he had to get back on.
And he's been with this lady for a long time. They've been together for a while. So
the Jim Jones we seeing now is the reinvented Jim Jones that we seeing now.
Yeah, okay.
So Jim Jones also took the time to respond back to Pusha T.
Yeah, we got to check that one out.
So we gonna let y'all hear a little bit of that. Let's get into that record.
Shit, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, I'm kinda disappointed, nigga. When y'all know what you identify with, plus you kinda sort of dress, nigga, you been a fly bitch.
You heard the niggas in Paris. Yeah. What happened to that boy?
Listen. This is the beauty of hip hop right here. And this is round one. Mm-hmm. What I will say about Pusha T is, from what we know and what we know about hip hop, he's coming right back. From what I know about Jim Jones and what we know about hip hop, he's gonna come right back. Yeah. I feel like if Jim Jones wasn't gonna go back and forth with him with this hip hop thing, he wouldn't have jumped out there.
I think these are soft punches.
Yes, he definitely took Pusha T's beat.
These are soft punches right now.
Jim Jones was on fire on that beat. He did his thing on that beat. And I kind of feel like Even if I wouldn't call it a draw, some people would call it a draw right now. But I feel like Jim Jones is up right now.
I feel like.
Shout out to Jim Jones.
I liked it, and and not only that, but Jim, he took it to the streets. He went right off on. He went on From the Block. You know what I'm saying? Right. 4 Shooters Only. So he went on there and did his doggone. So he actually made like a video for it, and
he related back to the streets, right?
Right. So it kind of like brought it. I did like that.
Big shout out to Jim Jones.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So
I'm definitely feeling that. He definitely did his thing on that. What you feel about the response?
I felt like the response was kind of heavy. I mean, I remember a lot of little pieces that was on there. So I know what he was talking about when he said certain parts. So it was like the nostalgia that I had that brought me to really liking his. Right. Now, I do like the Pusha T's a little bit. I don't know. I think I like Pusha T's as a song. I feel like if Pusha T had dropped that as a song, that would actually be a dope ass song. But for it to be a diss, it doesn't sound like a diss. It almost sounds like a song.
I also hear Jim Jones going at No Malice too. So if you listen a little harder, you hear No Malice on Pusha T's record.
And No Malice. Oh yeah.
Pusha T's brother.
Yeah.
So you hear him on the record. You hear him on Pusha T's record.
And you know what the style of that beat kind of reminds me of. It sounds like some Kanye West or Jay-Z. Right. If anything, like that's kind of how that beat. It's like that same type of vibe. So they brought something. They brought something right there. It wasn't no straight crazy gangster beat or no trap beat. It really was on something that was just different. So I did like the way that they brought that. So I can't wait to hear more.
Right. Big shout out to both of them. Big shout out to Pusha. Big shout out to Jim Jones, man. Keep it hip hop. I love the essence of hip hop. It's just something about it, man. When you got guys using their artistry to kind of solve they disagreements or whatever.
Right.
Just keeping it hip hop.
Look, I said like this.
It's all for the love of the game.
The new generation and everybody, y'all need to take notes on this now. Please take notes. And I'm saying this in a positive way. Take notes to how they handle this situation. The way they gonna handle it is gonna be through the music. And that's it. At the end of the day, ain't no doggone malice or envy or anything in their heart. It's just gonna be what it is, and that's gonna be the end of it. So I mean, just enjoy what they gonna bring, and let's leave it like that. It's nothing but love to them both. So
the love of the game,
yes sir.
The love of the game, man. So what else we got, man? What else we got? We had a lit weekend. I will say that the industry had a lit weekend. We had the BET Awards going on.
Yup. And how did you like that? Now I didn't get the chance to see the whole thing. I did see what they were wearing.
Man, that's a whole nother. That's Fashion Week out in Paris.
Oh my God, man.
That's what Fashion Week
was
in Paris.
going on?
Fashion Week on Manhattan Avenue.
on South Side.
Fashion Week at the block.
Jesus, where were we at? Were we actually?
Right.
Was we? I mean,
finesse 2-time shorty titty was all out.
Man, listen. But now, what I can say, which I was disappointed in what they were all wearing. I was just like, what the fuck is going on? But this is the first time Tyler Perry owns it, right?
Yep.
He owns it now.
Yep.
And
VH1.
And VH1. Yeah. So
shout out.
This was a good way. This was a good way to just say, we're going to stamp this as Black Central. Like, this is black as going to get. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is really some black shit right here. And I think that's what we can take with it, is that they really made sure that this was some black ass. This was just black.
It was.
But was there any problems out there?
It wasn't. Well, we have one problem allegedly. Lil Uzi Vert got into it with his lady. Yeah. Over allegedly Ice Spice. She seen on camera hitting him in the face with a phone. Yeah. He didn't react. He was sitting down.
She hit him.
Yeah.
They left it alone. They kept it respectful. They did that whole situation.
As anything popping off, everything was good. So Boosie wound up going out there with his lawyers. So that was
so that thing. We have to take the good with the bad, y'all. Right. This is some black people shit. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody gonna always like what black people do, but you gotta let them express it the way they express it, and that's how they expressed it. And it was ratchet as fuck. Yeah, it was tacky as hell.
Yeah, the BET Awards was ratchet this year, man.
But it was all fun and games. Nobody got hurt. Everybody enjoyed themselves, and that is what we want.
Right. Big shout out to Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes got a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Yeah, man.
So they did a tribute to Busta Rhymes. I thought it was real dope. I also feel like they could have put Spliff Star in there. Spliff Star has been Busta Rhymes' hype man since since the beginning, since Flip Mode, man. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Spliff Star also has been shot like 14 times. I didn't know that.
Dang.
So yeah, man.
Boy.
And survived it. So you know, shout out to
this him. Is over years, or this is
at one time. Dang. At one time he was shot like 13,
50. You times. Are not the most relevant shooter.
The most relevant victim.
Right. That's it.
So Busta Rhymes basically went into a speech, and his speech was, pinpointing on the fact that, OGs basically got to give the youngins a chance. We have to be more open to them. The way he came off about it, listen, I respect it. I respect everything about Bus, but I kind of was on the fence about I don't believe in the OGs proving to the young ones that they need to listen in order for us to take them in.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
I feel like we kind of let that happen. We opened the door.
We spoke on this the other day. We
opened the door for the youth to have a little bit more control. Look, granted, the youth is supposed to be leading the future, but you have to respect the elders who brought and opened the door for you.
Right.
So we have to respect each other now. It don't go without the other. The young generation can come up and try to do some shit, but if the older generation, you know what I'm saying, if we don't support it, or if we got mouths too. We could shut shit down just as much as y'all can.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if we completely if the older folks was to say, you know what, this little homie, you got too much. Like I said, they say, okay, you ain't invited to this and you ain't invited to that. I mean, I wouldn't condone no blackballing, but because that's how they treated us.
Right.
But you gotta respect the older ones that doggone brought you in. Also, you ain't got to kiss their ass, but you gotta respect them. That's all I'm saying. And then for the older folks, we gotta respect them. The younger ones that they're bringing in new talent and new innovating things and changing things up. So salute to the young ones too, because y'all are leading the future. That's the reason why y'all have to represent the culture properly, because you are the face of the future. So it's
message.
Y'all can give us message, we can give y'all some message the same way. It goes hand in hand.
Facts. Yeah. Shout out to everybody that got the awards at the BET Awards. Shout out to Finesse. It was his first BET Awards.
Yeah, word.
Man, just I like the fact that nothing really took place out there, that it was a cool event. Everybody had fun. Nothing even happened at the after parties. That's hitting headlines right now, which is another dope thing.
That's great. That's great.
And yeah, man, I wanted to show up at one of these BET Awards. Maybe, hopefully, we'll catch one next year.
I really do believe, man, we on our way to it.
Yeah, but I feel like we should. I feel like we should pop out for BET Awards, even a hip hop awards.
Yeah, man.
Whichever comes first.
You know what? Even if they don't invite us, we need to stand outside their door, man.
We do.
Just go ahead and just set up. We'll head on out there, man. When it's time, we're going out there. Frick it.
Yeah, we do. That's a lot of people that's definitely trying to get in probably the same way. So,
yeah, man. So
it is what it is. Anyway, back to it. Back to the topics at hand.
Yeah.
Like I said, Boosie came out there with his attorneys, and this is what I will say about that. I don't know if you saw the awards, but you can kind of see when someone is kind of putting on just a little bit, because they'll start doing a little bit too much.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like Boosie was going through whatever he was going through with being arrested and all that.
Yeah.
And I feel like he went to the awards and he was kind of like putting on, you know, because this is just to me. I can read like stress on people sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And even though it was on camera, it kind of looked like he was doing things out of his element to take his mind off of
what he really got going on.
Right.
Yeah. I can feel that. You know, I don't really follow Boosie as much as most people would, so I don't really know his situation too much.
Right.
But I would understand that. Yeah, you deal with your problems, I guess, and before you. I don't know. I don't really know what to say on that one.
Yeah.
You know, more power to him though.
It's decisions, man. Yeah. Decisions, man. Choose to be useful, not used, man. We got to make better choices out here.
Most definitely.
We got to learn from our mistakes out here. You know what I'm saying? And we got to really take the good with the bad. And taking the good with the bad means that take your L's with your wins. You know
Most definitely. And speaking of that, the whole situation with the young man that was 14 years old and his mother, he ended up shooting.
Man, oh man,
he beat for one. He beat the case.
Right. So everybody who's been paying attention, I know it's all across the internet. It's like it's hot topic. It's trending right now.
It's crazy.
The guy who punched on a lady inside of the.
He didn't punch.
Like it was the Chinese store.
He drilled her.
Yeah, he was beating on this kid's mom. He's 14.
Yeah.
And he just started hitting her out the blue. They got it on camera.
Yeah, but it was said that she texted her son to come in there with the gun. It was her gun now.
I don't think she texted her son and told him what happened.
Right.
He came and killed the guy who was hitting her.
Yeah, but he's seen her getting hit.
So that's even more reason.
So he must have been arguing in the prior before even the hit. He was already arguing with her the whole time. While he was sitting there arguing with her, she's sitting there texting like, you know what, you need to come on in here. You know what I'm saying? And then when he comes in here, that's when he kind of got to his climax and was like, you know what, and then he just went off.
Right.
And that's when he seen it and he just pulls the trigger. Now, my feelings on this.
They were initially locked up, the mother and the son. They were initially arrested for murder charges. And they were released. The charges were dropped.
Yeah. Now, when it comes to the mother and everything, she had every right to defend herself. I feel like a child, me personally, should never have been involved in that situation. To fight somebody, to argue with them or whatever, that's one thing. But when you pull a trigger and you kill somebody, that is damaging to. He's only 14 years old, right? He's 14. He's never had a body. You know what I'm saying? This right here, he's got to live with this day in, day out. Every night, he got to remember that he killed somebody. That's something really, really heavy to put on a child. And I feel like, even though y'all know that this happens all the time with young kids killing each other, that still ain't got nothing to do with kids that been pushed in a situation that they didn't see themselves going into. And I feel like that was very detrimental for him to now he got this on his conscience. And I feel like God has been excused out of the conversation. And I feel like as a godly person, this is not something that we need to glorify. Like, oh, it's cool that he killed. No, it's not cool for somebody to kill anybody. Nobody should be killing anybody. I feel like he should have been detained. I feel like he could have got locked up. I feel like somebody should have knocked his ass out when they seen him hitting on a woman. I feel like other people should have jumped in and rocked his ass.
And that's another thing. It's seen on a camera. You can see. Well, I saw one black man actually leaving out of the store when he hit the lady. So I feel like a lot of people could have stepped in and helped her.
And the only thing that can stop it is a bullet, huh?
Yeah. And you know what's crazy about you know what's crazy about that is because,
and I'm glad that he got off, but still.
All on the internet last week, there were people laughing about these people going down inside this submarine and imploding. People were laughing.
They
people
laugh. This
laughing.
this is the time we living in now, where
the minute this lady is beaten and her son kills the aggressor,
it's serious all of a sudden.
Right. That's when he gets what he deserves. So we start. So KRS said it the most. Black people, we love to see each other's demise. We love to see each other being ripped apart, being shot, being killed, being eaten alive.
It's nothing to him. I mean, it's nothing no more. It's like we're talking about a murder that happened, and we're talking about a child having to kill a grown man. We're
over his mom. Now,
this over his mother.
How do you feel about that? Do you feel like, okay, like a mother have instinct? Do you feel like he also had instinct?
Yeah.
Because it's not like she said, shoot this man.
I heard that's what happened.
No, she didn't.
You
she
sure?
would definitely be in jail. Yeah, she didn't say that.
But
that's why the charges were dropped.
So when he shot him the first time, that was one thing.
When he shot
when the dude ran out the store, he chased him down.
Right.
Now, any other situation, I'm not no lawyer or nothing like that, but once you chase someone down, that becomes premeditated. Right, even though
it becomes like a first degree murder,
right? Because now you're chasing the victim,
right?
You know what I'm saying? It gave him no right to hit your mama,
right?
It gave him no right at all. And young man, I think I'm sorry about the situation.
More on passion,
yeah,
passion of crime,
and you can't. It's a hard situation, but once again, that's why I feel like we've missed the mark when it comes to God being in the circle where God is no longer part of the conversation. How do you feel God wants to handle this situation? The hell with what people say, because everybody always got opinions. Everybody got opinions. I got opinions. We all got opinions. What does the Bible say about this situation? This is what we got to protect our children from. Don't worry about what people say, because people going to talk all day long. Do not get caught up in the worldly things that's going to mess you up in the long run, because at the end of the day, we only here for a time. I really, really hope and pray that boy doesn't go through psychological situations later because of a situation that was caused where adults were there that should have stopped it. It's very sad. And it's just sad. It's just sad.
And that's true. That's true. Adults were there that could have stepped in, that could have stopped it, that could have said something. And I
mean, when he was arguing, hey man, you got to calm down. This lady, man, I understand she probably cut the line or she taking too long. I understand all that, but you got to chill.
So let me ask you this: in that type of situation, should he still be alive today? In your opinion?
Yeah.
So he should be allowed to face charges for it instead of be dead.
Yeah, I don't think it should have resulted in the murder.
Okay.
Not to say that it wasn't justifiable, but it's like if you got into an argument with the police and he had the choice to pull out a taser or shoot you, would you think that person should have just been tased? Or you think that the killing was justified?
Okay.
So
if I start beating on this cop and he kills me, is the killing justified?
He didn't beat on the kid. He beat on the mom. The adults that were in the facility should have handled that situation the way should have been handled. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, no, I'm not in his shoes. Right. I have never been in that situation, in that particular situation. So it's hard for me to be able to judge, because I'm not trying to judge here.
Right.
But I'm only speaking in a way that a different narrative on how we should look at things. Not to say that I'm right, but I'm just saying I wish that it could have been resolved in a different way.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Listen, it definitely could have. It could have. I just feel like those are one of those things that it was destined to happen. I feel like if it wasn't that lady, he'll probably try to do it to somebody else.
It's possible.
I feel like she's just the one that caught it.
Yeah.
And
I mean, this sucks, man.
I feel like her son.
I mean, how old is this man? He looked like he's in his 30s.
He looked like he's in his 30s.
Maybe
I think he has 2 children. I think he got 2 little girls. And I feel like...
So he didn't live that long.
Right. I just feel like he pushed the envelope on his own demise that day.
Yeah.
You know? I feel like he pushed the envelope.
You just pushed it too hard.
Right, because you didn't even have to hit her with a closed fist. You could have pushed her. You could have...
You think if he had pushed... You think if he would have... You think if he had pushed
I don't think
his mother...
Be dead. I don't think he'd be dead.
That boy reached in his doggone jacket kind of quick. Even if he had pushed that woman.
But see, I'm not knowing that the son is in the store at this time.
I mean, I guess that's how the cameras made it look.
Right. Because the son
could have
wasn't
been two
there.
different situations,
he
two
got
different
text
times.
And he came.
No, because he stood there, he was just watching. And when he started swinging, he hurried up and just was rushing for it. So it had to kind of be in the same time. But that's just kind of where they put the cameras side by side, so it's possible that it didn't, but I think that it did.
So he already had the gun on him.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know.
He walked in the store with the gun in his pocket, like in his hoodie, little sweat thing. So he had it like this. So when he seen it happening, he was like trying to get the shit out, and he just bow. So,
wow.
Oh man, it's just one of them stories, man.
Yeah, I think that's one of those crime of passion things. And you know what? For nobody to catch charges behind that, the law has a lot to do with it too.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, they're not seen as breaking the law.
Like the law doesn't exist anymore.
They were released.
It's more
charges were dropped.
It's more as if like, okay, well, we don't want to feud the people. And we don't want to ruffle no feathers, so let's just leave this one alone.
Especially in a delicate situation.
Like this, and like I said, and it is delicate. And I'd hate to be the prosecutors or lawyers that have to deal with this case. That, like, what do you do? Like, because if he would have said, "Nah, you're guilty," oh man, all hell would have broke loose.
Right.
So it would have been
That's
like
true.
He was under pressure too. And you think that might have been the reason why because see, that right there mentally probably messed with him and made him judge in a way of pressure instead of what was law or what's right or wrong.
I feel that same way too.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Y'all drop down. Let us know what y'all think about that. It's just like you said, it's a sad situation where later in life he's gonna have to deal with that. Is he consciously cool with what happened? You know, do we feel better that it happened? You know, at the time he's 14. As a young man, you don't mature until you're over 25. So psychologically, his mind can be messed up. You're right about that,
because he's not fully developed to understanding and grasping hold of what he actually did, you know?
So let me ask everybody, man, let us know how y'all feel about this situation. Do y'all feel like he had deserved what he got? Do y'all feel like he still would have been killed if he had not punched her?
And if he had
pushed her, or, you know, whatever. If he had not punched her in the face and he had done something else, like, you know, slap her drink out her hand, or pushed her, or, you know, just completely
just grabbed her up, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know,
would he still deserve to have gotten what he got? What I will say is, you do have to keep your hands off people, moms.
Yes, you
know,
do.
Like, you can't beat on nobody's mother.
I mean,
like,
come on now, that's moms. You know what I'm
expect
saying?
nobody to snap. You know, I feel like even if he snapped, that was one of the situations where you snap. You snap.
And at the age of he is now, of course, he's loving his mama like life itself, because that's all he know right now.
Still a baby.
Still a baby.
Still a baby.
That's mom. Like, what
14.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hold up. You know,
fucking 14 years old, man. He's still a child. He's not even. He's just getting into 9th grade.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just getting in 9th grade. If he did, because you don't get until you're 14. So it just really depends. So he could have still been an 8th or just going in the 9th.
Definitely young enough to be our son, man.
Yeah.
So, you know, we got to really look at it like that. And one thing I want to say to the world, stop being so harsh. You know what I'm saying? Last week, we laughing at the submarine imploding. This week, we saying that this guy deserves to be dead. You know what I'm saying?
They said that the people that was in the submarine, they said that they deserved death
for going down there.
Yeah.
Right. And so, I mean, the world, we are cruel, bro. We have become some very cold-hearted people on earth. Yes.
And like I said, not for nothing, just me being the Bible talks about that too, is that this will happen. So and when you see these things happen, that is only the beginning and it's gonna get worse. So you can just only expect it to get worse than this. So
yeah, man, for sure. Y'all already know, man. Y'all know, man. Just let us know how y'all think, because this is a situation I feel like it's gonna come back up. I don't think this is the end of it. At the same time, dude got a family, dude got kids too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So even though what he done was 100% wrong and it did lead to his death, could it have been other solutions?
It most definitely could have been different solutions.
I saw other people in the store. I even saw a black man on the camera who, when this lady got hit, this black man ran out the store.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's people who could,
you know what, but you know what though, I feel like
force field around this lady.
And I don't want to go to beyond on it too much, but I feel like the older generation and like I would say anybody really, but they fear the situation because you don't want to jump in on nobody else's situation because then that could cost them their lives.
Right.
But we can't always fear death on everything. I mean, but we do. We fear it. We fear the death because we worry that if we involve ourselves in a situation that ain't got nothing to do with us, that anything that happens within that situation, that man could have had a gun on him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it was like, hold up, you over here challenging me, and then he popped the other dude because you jumping in the way he got going on. So, it's just a downward spiral of just a situation. That's why they don't want to jump in. But we got to say something when bad things is happening. When it's unjust, you got to speak out. You know what I'm saying? So it's very difficult to do that, especially in our culture, in our black community. It's very hard to speak out or say anything that's, So, yeah, man, what else we got? Because I ain't got my phone on me to check.
All good. It's all
I apologize.
So, we got it depends on what you want to talk about.
Yes,
first, number one, I want to go over this. We have 31 women who have been executed in the United States in the past 3 years. I feel like that number is big for 31 women to be executed in the past 3 years. I didn't even know it was in America. I didn't even know it was that many women on death row. But it's a outstanding number of women on death row.
I don't know.
The first woman to be executed in America was a black 17-year-old woman, black 17-year-old teenage girl by the name of Virginia. So she is the first woman to ever be electrocuted by electric chair in Virginia.
I just read an article about another woman. She's not that old or whatever. She had, I think, 3 daughters. She had a 6-year-old child, a 8-year-old child, and then a teenage child. She drowned the 6-year-old child, and then the 8-year-old girl has heard some screaming, so she went after it, and the teenager heard screaming of the 8-year-old and chased after and then started fighting the mom or whatever and saved the young sister's life because she was trying to kill her too. That just happened.
Wow. So let me ask you this: in situations like that, do the mom deserve the death penalty?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And this is a black woman too. Yes. You taking a life,
especially your children.
You take a life,
especially your children.
Your life need to be gone too.
Right.
I mean, it's you.
Life for life.
You taking it.
Yeah. Life for life. Yeah.
You don't value your own. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, because especially a 6-year-old girl,
yeah,
you just drowned her. Like, that's your own daughter. You just drowned her.
Yeah. So I do feel like that too.
And then she tried to take the 8-year-old girl and try to drown her. But if it wasn't for the teenager that ran in there and fought the mom off, there would have been 2 victims, and she possibly would have been the 3rd, because she probably was on a rampage to kill all her children.
Damn, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Yeah, man, it's a lot going on. And you know what? These topics like this really need to be discussed, because the black community, we go through a lot of things, but we silence it.
Yeah.
You know, we go through these things and we don't talk about it. Everything is silenced.
But see, this is the thing that I would say about this whole situation, is that they want to say they should evaluate her for mental health. Do you feel like this whole mental health situation
way overblown?
It's just too much.
Way overblown.
It happened.
Every time something like this happens,
you always want to jump.
You fucking crazy. You retarded. Yeah.
You done just lived all this time, and now all of a sudden, we're gonna plead insanity type shit.
That's crazy, because you also have guys on death row doing the same thing. You done been out here killing and killing and killing, and now your execution date come, and you trying to get
been mentally messed up.
You trying to write the governor?
No.
Ask the governor for a stay.
See the thing, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, man, but these punishments just need to be a lot harsher. I mean, because it's almost like this is anarchy out here now, man. It is anarchy out here, and nobody can say anything or do anything about it. It's
Once
just
you
happening.
Kill over two people, you're a serial killer.
Jesus, man.
So, take your lick. If you out here killing people, they put your ass on death row. Take your lick.
Yeah,
take your lick.
Don't try to fight it. It is what it is. You did your deed. Just get on peacefully. I don't know.
Tell them what you want for your last meal. It's gonna
get
be
your steak or shrimps or whatever you gonna get,
and it's gonna be all right, man.
Suck
for
it
real,
up
for real. All right, yo, we'll be right back. Don't touch that dial.
Yeah, man. All right, welcome back, man. It's your boy Turn Me Up June.
It's summer nights. Y'all already know what's going on.
Yes, sir. Carolina Backyard still local. We got a new guest that just popped up, man.
A special guest.
Special guest.
Smile.
It's crazy.
She been smiling since she walked in. How was your day first?
It was amazing.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Okay, that's good. So, introduce yourself. Let the people know who you are.
Right there.
Okay. So my name is Giovanni, but everybody knows me as Gigi or G, and I own the day spa called the G Spa, SPA at the end, but it is a pun intended.
The G Spot or the G Spa?
It is literally like 2 minutes away from you guys.
Okay.
And I was here just passing out flyers because, you know, Chris, he's a good friend of mine.
Yeah, punch in your the address that they can find you also.
So you can find me at 442A as an Apple Broad Street, right next to the Shrimper. That's what I always say. So as I was passing out my flyers to Chris, I just started walking around and I heard deep voices coming from the room. And I'm like, okay, well, let me knock on this door and see what's in here so I can pass my flyers out. Today has been crazy.
That's all right.
Everybody's been so acceptive and so nice and welcoming. That's what I like about down here.
Okay, yeah. I mean, sometimes surprises happen just like this. We weren't expecting it. And I feel like that's a blessing that it did. So most definitely we appreciate you coming by.
God working mysterious ways.
Yes, it does.
Now I see on the flyer you have Women's Health 2023.
Yes. So,
and I heard you say it's the G Spa.
Yes.
So how are you incorporating the health with the spa thing that you have going on?
So every day I meet so many different women from so many different walks of life.
Yeah. Right.
And we just talk like how we talking now, and they tell me everything that's going on with them. And I'm just like, and what did the doctor do? what did the doctor say? And they're like, nothing. One girl told me that a doctor said she didn't get her monthly because she was fat.
Wow.
So she was actually referred to me, and she came to me on a Tuesday. By Thursday, she called me crying that her monthly came on just from herbs sitting over a yoni steam.
Oh wow!
Yes, so I'm like, it's not me, it's God. He
That's
put this
crazy
stuff here
because
for
I've heard
us.
a lot about that yoni steam.
I've heard about it, but you know,
What is
I don't.
that? What
man,
is that? Is that like a
It's a female thing.
potion?
I know that much.
Yoni steam. I've been hearing yoni steam.
Go ahead and elaborate on this yoni steam for those that don't know, kind of like me. Like, let's just kind of just go a little bit.
Right, because knowledge is power.
Yeah.
So, a yoni steam actually is an ancient practice. It started in Africa and it started in Eastern Asia.
Really?
Yes. And that's how the women, after they had their children, they would sit over the warm herbs, particular herbs that can help repair the womb, help tighten the womb, help with lubrication. Any ailment that you have, you sit over those herbs. It helps with PCOS, with any hormonal imbalance. When you see women with chin hair and, acne, it's all coming from the gut, the reproductive system.
Okay. Wow. We are amazing people, though. Black people, you hear that?
We are natural healers.
Like the yoni steam was like putting them back together and stuff like that.
Man,
like that's
a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
That's crazy. So I see you had the first annual. The first annual is going to be on July 29th.
Yep.
It's going to be at the Silver Spoon Event Center. Yes. I think a lot of people in the city definitely know where that's at. This is Black owned, which is something that's real dope.
It's major.
Can I see it real quick?
Absolutely.
Why is that important to you? Being Black owned and trying to just get your people out. And this also is like health awareness.
Yes.
Because I see that you have blood pressure on here. You have health screenings.
Cancer is a major one.
You got your
as well.
fruits and stuff, so you make drinks and stuff too?
Yes, I naturally I try to do fruits, vegetables in the morning every day, just for natural energy. I make my products from natural herbs and natural oils, and everything that I made for myself.
Okay.
First, because something was wrong with me and the doctor could not tell me what was wrong. So I told my fiance, I looked at him dead. Can I curse?
Yeah, have fun.
I was like, that
motherfucker, she about to say some shit.
I was like, nigga, you is not about to cheat on me. Okay?
Shout out fiance.
Man, fiance is in the building.
Is not
about to get on your ass.
So I told him in his face, you're not about to cheat on me. I'm about to figure this out. And he actually helped me figure out what ingredients we need. He helps me make the products, bottle the products, everything.
Damn, really?
Yes.
Shout out fiance. Shout out fiance.
A good support system.
Right. Was this something that he was kind of help you think of, or was this something that you woke up with and it was just there for you?
It forced him to have to listen. All right, great.
So we had an argument the night before.
That's all right.
Okay. That's
normally how it works. Look at here. I've been with my wife. We've been together for 20 years. Right. You know what I'm saying? I've been with her. We've been married 12 years. I know about the whole arguing situation, so that's gonna happen. It's all right. Nothing's wrong with that.
Geniuses are formed through arguments.
That's all it's gonna be.
I don't know.
Just be careful because another baby might come right back. Go ahead and finish what you said.
So I was like, something woke me up out of my sleep and was like, "What you arguing for? You need something to do?"
Wow.
And I listened to those voices, how it told me to come and knock on this door.
That's all right.
That intuition. And I just had to start writing. And I started with sponsors, and I started with AI too, AI technology.
Yeah. AI is really?
AI technology, yes. I was like, I don't even know how to do this. How am I supposed to do this? I've never done this before. Yeah. And it was just boom.
Did it work for you?
Yes.
Okay.
I was like, tell me,
she got
sponsor,
flyers,
tell
which
me.
Looking really, really, really good.
Yes.
Right. It really does.
Check that out. Y'all.
Was it hard reaching out to people to get them to be a part of your event? Sometimes it's hard reaching out to people when they don't actually believe what you got going on, especially in the Black community. We want to see shit. We got to see it to believe it. Right. You know what I'm saying? So was it hard reaching out to people and just getting them to come in and just be a part of what you had going on?
It's crazy because my first time getting out the car and going up to
Nervous.
it was crazy. And I got my first no. But I'm like, every time I'm told no, it's always a redirection.
Yeah. Right.
And so he was white. Like it was at the Workout Anytime or something like that over there by the movie theaters.
Yep.
And I was like, that's crazy in my mind. How is a gym not gonna be a part of a health fair? But he was white. And it was like, go to your people. It's too many times when we keep going to them and looking to them when we're right here. This is targeted for women of color.
And see, I believe that we all can work together.
That is so awesome.
Yeah, I believe that we all should work together, but at the same time, when it's not working out, go to your people.
Right, and it's been working out so well. So I didn't get down. I didn't get depressed. That could have put me down, but I didn't. So today, I was like, I have to get up because the body in motion stays in motion. The body in rest stay at rest.
Amen.
So the first place that I went to was Staples. The lady, she helped me print out my flyers and stuff like that. So boom. She was like, normally it takes an hour, but I'll do it right now. I was like, oh, word, let's go. This is how the tone. It set the tone.
We going.
Then I went across the street. I was like, I want some fruit from Edible Arrangements. While the owner was in there, and he owns Eggs Up Grill too. And I was like, this is, my health fair. This is what we're doing. He was like, boom, let me be a vendor. I was like,
look at God.
I'm telling
okay.
you.
Let's go.
I mean, you
look at God.
Obviously, the doggone the train is moving right now.
It is.
I love the wheels on you loving on your community.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
The health thing is where it's hitting at,
and we need more advocates for our community. There's a lot of things that we really need to do for each other and really speak out and talk about these things. And we need platforms to be able to do that. So I'm just so glad that you actually came here, and I'm glad your spirit told you to come here and knock on this door.
Amen.
It's all about obedience.
So this is the first annual. So this, y'all have to come out so that she can have 20 or 30 more after this.
Most definitely.
So
and it's going to get bigger and bigger every single time.
Every year.
Let us know what type of experience we get when we come to the G-Spot. Like, are men allowed? Are we allowed in there?
It's a scary event for us a little bit.
Do we leave feeling soft and
gentle? You leave feeling empowered.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Like, I took the time to care for myself.
Yeah.
So many times, especially men. I watch my fiance, he'll get up and do everything I ask him to do, help with the kids, help with that. And then I'm like, yo, let me give him a facial or let me, just trim his nails or whatever you need. Let me help you.
Yeah.
It really does. Like, I be jealous of my clients sitting there like, I need a facial. I need a,
Yeah, it really does. Just to have your woman rubbing on your face and it really, it's a stress reliever.
My mother, she's one to do a lot of that. She will get egg white and rub it on your face.
Yeah. So she's into her herbs and her natural stuff as well. Shout out to Mom.
Mama with what did he call it? Dr. Sabi's and
oh man.
The herbal.
And it works.
She's most definitely with all of that stuff. So
it works.
So the G-Spot, you actually leave with an experience from being there.
You feel better, you look better. Yeah. And when you feel better, you do better.
You do better.
When you imagine when you're not taking care of yourself, nothing is taken care of. Your house, the women can't get it together, the kids, it's because the mom is like, I believe that
more frustration, more depression.
You gotta fill your cup first. When you fill your cup up first, nobody can drain you.
Now you're happy, and now you can exuberate that happiness to the next person.
Yeah, you see my energy.
Your energy is amazing.
Because I take care of myself first.
And it's beautiful. How did you come? Okay, so a lot of people, you know how we go through so many things before we get to that thing, that one thing that hit. Was this like the first thing? Was the G-Spot the first thing you came up with?
Nah.
Or did you actually have to like have that mental battle with yourself? Like,
the first thing I was doing as like a business was teaching pole class.
Oh wow.
Fitness, and I still do that. I teach pole class.
We need to put the information for that one.
I just learned that was an exercise. I didn't know that was an exercise. I started
a little more information on this thing.
That was an exercise, right? So, and you know what? That's crazy because now you get to redirect your traffic.
Yeah.
And so the people who were coming to your pole class, they support.
I got a girl right now who was taking it at my apartment, doing my classes at my apartment.
That's where it started. Man, when I had my studio, started off in the house. Then I built a barn. and it started off in there and built up there. And when that left, now I'm in the building.
See, because you don't stop. A body in motion stays in motion.
And that consistency is that key. Consistency plays a major part. Yes, it really does.
So once again, your name is Giovanni?
Yes.
It's Giovanni. It's the Women's Health Fair 2023 event. It's the new one. She's got her information on here, so we'll put that on the screen too.
Yes.
Also, just give a real quick contacts and everything.
Okay, so you can reach me at 803-406-8446. You can reach me on Instagram at the G Spa SPA LLC. You can also reach me on Snapchat. I love Snap. My Snap stay lit. I post all my content on there. It is GIGI La Monroe. MONROE.
Why was it important for you to LLC your business?
Well, to protect me. It's going to protect you. You have to have that LLC so they're not coming after you.
Because I'm sole proprietor, actually. Because of the LLC. Because the sole proprietor, if anything happens, they come after you.
You really do.
LLC, they don't come after you. They come after the business name.
And I ask you that because us as black people, we procrastinate a lot and we wait till something happen to.
And it's too late.
Right. It's too late. So when you LLC your business, it takes your personal assets out of your business just in case anything was to ever happen.
It will.
They can't sue you personally. They can just sue your business. So we have to keep that in mind, black people. We got to start educating ourselves and following the blueprint. This is a blueprint that we're following. She said she had a pole class, and from her pole class, it led to her G-spot. So,
but she still does the pole class. So
right. And we also teach yoga.
And yoga class.
Really?
Yes, because
I always wanted to do that.
If you get your mind together, everything will follow. If you learn how to breathe, everything will follow. You have to breathe through everything. They tell you to breathe when you're mad, when you're having your baby. I'm telling you, yoga, it is what keeps me sane.
You have men in your yoga class? Does men come to your yoga class?
Yeah, and you could do a one-on-one class too.
Really?
Yeah.
I always thought, I don't know why, maybe it's a black thing. I thought that yoga was like a little too.
Not really. No, I've heard of
too
men.
feminine for a black man.
Nah, man.
But
that's okay.
I heard it's healthy.
That's
I heard it's very healthy.
Too.
Yes, I heard it's very healthy, and it helps like with your balance, like your body's balance and stuff like that.
Which I wouldn't believe that if I told you I was born with arthritis. Born with arthritis. Because know back, I was an 80s baby. Back my mother in the street in New York, cold 87. Yeah, shout out to 87.
Shout out.
You understand? All right.
We
These youngins in here. These youngins.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like, yoga has helped so much. If I'm aching anywhere, I do yoga and my body feels so much better. It gets in those joints, those muscles. Like my knee used to be swole up after teaching pole class.
Wow.
Yoga, flexibility, stability. It's amazing. Yes.
So just take care of yourselves.
Yeah.
Right.
Take care of your mind. Take care of your spirit. And then express it to everyone else.
And quick, before you get out of here, I see you had a partner with you today.
Yes.
Is that your baby girl?
That is my little cousin.
Okay.
Shout out to Kaya. Shout out to Infinity.
She's you definitely got her on the hip today.
A lot of the videos.
And she's learning. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
How does that feel like? You know, because this was you how many years ago?
Right.
You know what I mean? So how do that feel being right?
If we were like that, then we would be so much more now.
That's why they tried to stop it, but you can't stop greatness.
We didn't know anything about LLC when we were teenagers. We didn't know anything about business, but now we know. Our parents didn't even know. We know.
Evolution.
So when our children, they come to us about a business, we on it.
ASAP.
So you want to give any shout outs?
Definitely.
So yes, of course, shout out to Fiance.
Shout out to Fiance.
Shout out to D. His name is David, but I call him D. He had actually started his own business, Double D's. On Saturdays, he'll be in front of the shop grilling.
Shout out.
ribs, chicken, macaroni and cheese, green beans. Like, he can cook country. Yes. And people, I love it down here because people just pull up. I was like,
and that's all you really got. You know what? Because you can't do that up top.
Because you don't have to pay for no doggone toll fee and nothing like that. Just pull up on the grass, man. Just drag gas and
just pull up and get it.
Just walking.
And sometimes that'd be some of the best.
You was like, yo, what's going on over there? Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Boom. It's just that's what it is.
Yep, that's what it is.
Yeah. So we really do appreciate having
to the fullest. To the fullest. Yes. We salute you. We appreciate you. We want you to keep going.
Yes.
We're gonna come and support you for sure.
Yes, please.
We trying to pull up and be out there.
Yes, and interview everybody because I have so many business owners that come through, so many, and they look like me.
And we will check that out.
And that's what we love right there. That's what we love. We definitely want to get with some of your people and see how they like the experience with everything that you got going on. I see that you're gonna have a few doctors out there, probably nurses. We got AOL. What's his name from Acaline? Right. He's gonna be out there. I definitely wanted to touch bases with him too. But this whole health thing, I guess when you start getting a little older, it's important.
Sorry, man. You just jumping in on that. You gotta really, really warm them joints up, man.
Yeah.
So yeah. Man, look, y'all.
Come out.
I'm Turn Me Up June.
I'm Summer Nice.
I'm Giovanni from the G Spa.
Y'all get over to the G Spa.
Yes,
sir. Carolina Backyard, still local. Peace.
July 29th is going down. Don't forget, from 10 to 2.
Yes, come on.
Silver Spoon Event Center.
Yes.
We outside.